Hey everyone, today I have some crafty things that I am thinking of doing, so I wanted to show them to you. This one I just bought from the Hirschner's catalog. It's one of these satin ornament kits. I've never done one of these before, but they always look kind of appealing to me. This one's called Regency Princess. Kit includes satin wrapped ornament form, sequin pins, sequins, rondelle beads, e-beads, faceted beads, corsage pins, metallic beads, acrylic gems, bell caps, double looped braid, rickrack thread, needle, easy to follow instructions and diagram. So it seemed like a kind of meditative project to do. Let's see, what does it look like? So here's the ornament. It's a nice deep navy blue. It's kind of a satin finish. And just a card. Here are all the packets, and oh my goodness gracious. This may be too formidable for me. I don't know. 20s. Here is the diagram. I just realized there's no markings on this, so you have to figure out everything yourself. Here are the instructions. Oh, you need scissors, tweezers, finger saver, glue, and a needle threader. To prevent satin ornament from fraying, spritz slightly with hairspray. Right, well, I'm definitely not prepared. I thought I could start this now, but it looks like I have to spray it with hairspray. I have to gather some glue, and I do have some tweezers nearby. I don't have a finger saver. I don't know what that is. That's just you push the pins in, and it's just to prevent dents from going into your fingers. You could probably use anything. So here are all the instructions. Have any of you ever done one of these? If so, let me know what tips you have, because it looks more challenging than I guess I thought. But patience, I think patience is the key. Here are all the little packets. Gold beads. These are seed beads, kind of translucent gold, bronzy gold color. The teardrop faceted red. The little sequins red. Then the bigger sequins here. Maybe these are the caps. Sequin caps they mentioned. Looks pretty in front of the candles. I don't know. And these are red beads. These are faceted beads there. And we've got the Rick-Rack gold and the double looped, whatever they called that. So the rondelles, I think, gold, like a rice, grain of rice shape. Oh my goodness, there are a lot of pins. Guessing they give you extra when they're gold. And then the various caps to finish. There's the thread, some like hat pins. I don't know where the needle is. Must be in here somewhere. So that is my holiday ornament project. I mean, you can buy kits like have like 6 of these. Can you imagine? But I'd be happy if I actually do this one. So any encouragement, it would be welcome. So that is one craft project I have in mind. And let's see, I'm running out of space. Put this over here. The other one, just move this out of the way. These needles or pins are quite heavy, actually. It's very solid brass, I think. So the other project I have is something I've actually done before. And it's Springerle cookies. I bought these a while ago. You can make them, but you need the special molds. And these are all Christmas designs. They're actually real cookies that you could eat, but I paint them. So this is like a Christmas tree, and they made little holes. You can make ornaments out of them, which is what I plan to do. So let's look at all of the different designs. They're quite intricate. Some are more Christmassy than others. This is like a little floral. There's a star there. An angel with a trumpet, looks like. I guess this is like a rocking horse. There's a lot in here. Two bells on a tree branch. That one might be a good one to start with because it's a little less intricate. Years ago I did some of these which were very intricate, but it's been quite a while since I've done them. Here's another little rocking horse creature. A manger scene. You can see how detailed the molds are, insanely detailed, and the cookies are really dry, which is why it works for this. And here's one I actually started painting. It's just a little house. I did that, I don't know, quite a few years ago. I just never finished it. This is another, it looks like maybe a manor or a church or just a fancy house. This is the biggest one by far. This is really, it's cracking a little bit in the back. See that? It's actually got anise seeds in here. But this is just a nice floral arrangement there. And church building. This is a, I don't know, one of those birds. I can't believe it. It's not a turkey. I saw that little thing and I thought it was a turkey, but you know, the birds with the big, beautiful tail. Oh my goodness gracious. It'll come to me. Here is another sort of an angel with a tree. Another little village scene with a mill. Looks like for building a water mill right there. I don't know what those are. This is interesting. Looks like a couple of people with a sleigh. That's not Santa. I don't know who that is. Very nice sleigh. There's a young boy with a building a snowman. That will be a good, very Christmassy one to do. There's another angel with a trumpet. Very Christmassy. And a cute little village scene. You can see lots going on in the front. There's some horses, a sleigh. I don't know, can you see all that detail? It's amazing. It's probably out of focus. So I'm gonna pick out the ones that aren't too ornate for now, because you really have to get into it to do those ornate ones. Kind of like the little village scenes. We'll do one angel with the trumpet. Peak. What do I want to say? Shoot, it starts with a P. Gosh, I feel really dumb. Christmas tree. I think I'll keep that one. Peacock. That's it. Gosh, I couldn't even think of the word peacock. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I should finish this one. The star is kind of nice. Maybe I'll try the star. Alright, so these are the ones I think I'll start on. And what I found is the best thing to do if you want to do these is to spray paint them first with just a solid primer. This is a soft white with a soft matte finish. Caps a little bit cattywampus. So just a basic acrylic paint. You could use bright white. I kind of like the soft white. Spray paint it very lightly. Front, let it back, let it dry. Paint the back as well, because that will make sure, well, of two things. One, that your paint will go on evenly and smoothly, and it also helps to seal it, to prevent moisture from getting in there. Since these are actually real cookies, they can get moisture in them and kind of wreck your art, all your hard work. But at the very end, once they're painted, I don't have any of my other finished ones around, but once they're painted, I like to spray paint it front and back with a glossy finish, which also helps to seal it and gives it a really nice finish. So I spray paint it, let them dry, and then I have paints. I bought a new set of paints because they do tend to dry out if you don't use them in a while. And the last ones I had, gosh, a number of years ago, and I had the small tubs, and they just all dry out after a while. They're water-based paints. So these are the colors that I have. It was a set. This one I actually already had, which was a kind of a, they call it fire engine red. It's a little bit of a antique red, I would guess say. I'll just show you the colors I have. Nutmeg brown, jack-o'-lantern orange. This is, of course, flat black, bright yellow. There is a white. You always need a white and black. You should always have a white and black in your set. Key West. This is an interesting aqua, sort of a blue. They call it Key West. This box is not level on the bottom. This is a nice shamrock green. I think what I'm going to do is paint little samples and put them on the top, because then it's very easy to pick out your colors. This is called Too Blue. Too blue for you. Flag red. It's a lot more of a brighter pinky red than the other one. Bright blue. I'm a little bit annoyed because they sent me two colors that are very similar. Too blue and bright blue. I mean, they could have picked something a little more different, like maybe a violet or something, like violet blue or a baby blue. Anyways, oh, there is a baby blue. They call this parrot blue. Or a different yellow. There's only one yellow. Anyway, this is fuchsia. It's a kind of a bright pink. Lots of pinks here. Candy pink and bright magenta. As you can see, that's a pretty color. And purple iris. So anyway, what I got to help was these little containers for the paint. So these are just inexpensive things that you get like with taco sauce or, you know, condiments, fast food condiments. You can get a bunch with lids really cheap. But they say that they're pretty close to airtight, which is nice to keep the paint from drying up. So, and then I bought some brushes. For these you want a really fine brush because there's so much detail. So these range from largest to smallest, and to the largest one, as you can see, is not super large. They all come to a point. Sometimes a flat brush is better. For instance, when you're doing backgrounds or, you know, painting the back, you can definitely use a broader brush. And I do have some flat brushes somewhere that I'll use as well, but I wanted to get these new ones because my brush is most, I would say, critical tool when you're doing this painting. And here's the tiniest one, so it's worth spending a little bit more. Don't get the cheapest brushes. This one is so tiny you can't even see it. It's just like, but it's really good when you're doing the fine details, you know, like you want to get into the very tiny areas. You're doing the little windows, for instance, on the village houses. So I really like this set. Has this little angled thing which sort of helps the control. So what I'll probably do once I'm painting is put these in a you know, an open jar, and then have some water nearby. And oops. So this one, yes, this one already has the paint on it. Maybe I could do a little bit on this one. So anyway, the idea is you put a little bit of paint into your little cup. Pick out the colors that you want to use first. At least that works for me. Like if I just pick them out each time I want to change color, then sometimes it's like a hodgepodge, and I'm not very good at choosing colors that way. But if I do it in advance to coordinate all the colors, it usually comes out better. So like this has light green grass area, darker green tree. The house is yellow and the roof is sort of a nice slate blue. And then there's a couple trees you can see in the background. So what I would probably do is add some detail to the house. And you could leave it just solid like that, but I like to accentuate the detail, and this is very, very tiny. So I could definitely use the smallest brushes. And then the border area is what really needs to be done. And then I paint the back and then seal it. So I didn't really set up to actually paint now because I don't have a cloth, I don't have the water. I didn't really prepare. So I just wanted to show you, and hopefully I will, once I get set up to do it, I'll make a video working on the ornament as well as painting one of these Springerle cookies. Oh, and also I actually have a mold which is really wax, actual wax mold, originally from, this is a recast obviously, 1725, but you can see, I don't know how well you can see the different designs. There's like a deer, a bird, a cow, it looks like a dog, maybe a cottage, some people there, farmers or something. So there's these rectangular ones like that, and then there's the round ones up here, and I've actually used these not for cookies but with like air dry clay and things like that. So there's some textured shapes and some florals. There's a fish, not sure what that is, some kind of I think maybe that's an acorn, the pineapple. Anyway, this is really neat. This is actual wax, solid wax, and you can use this to make your own molds out of. You could use air dry clay or polymer clay. I've done it with polymer clay as well. If you wanted to try it with the excuse me, Springerle cookies, you could do that too. Then you can also buy wooden molds if you want to make your own cookies. And they also have like rolling pins that have mold design on it. So you roll over your dough, do multiples at once, as opposed to one by one. So that is my show and tell for today. Hopefully I'll get set up, and I shouldn't put this too close to the candle now, should I? So which do you think I should do first? The painting? Oh, and by the way, what I like to do, instead of you can use these holes that they made and run a thin thread or string through it. But I also, sometimes the holes clog up and during the baking and it doesn't work too well. But you can buy a little hook that's flat, glued to the back, and then with the loop, and then you can hang a Christmas ornament hanger and use these as ornaments on a tree or for decoration. So they're not too heavy. They're a little heavier than probably some ornaments, so you couldn't do it like at the ends of a tree or something kind of flimsy. You'd have to be a more sturdy branch, but this would be really cute. There's a jet overhead. It sounds like I've always got planes, trains, or automobiles in my videos. Or motorcycles or helicopters. There's always something. Keeps it interesting. I think this one's cute. This one's cute partly because it's I don't know, it's just the simplicity. It's a nice design, and it appeals to me because it won't be too hard. For the first one I do, while I'm kind of just still getting used to doing this. It's been years since I've done it. So I might start with that one, and also it has a lot higher relief. Some of them don't have a lot of relief. And the relief helps you in painting to get the three-dimensional aspects to it. This is another one too. This is in the same vein. Higher relief, simpler design. So I'll probably start with these two. Alright. That is it for today. And maybe you got inspired, or let me know if you're making any of your own ornaments or anything, any decorations